I've been dying to try some of the new launches that have been releasing lately. I told you guys in my last video, I just barely got home from vacation, so I'm not gonna lie, I had a little bit of FOMO watching all of these new launches happen, and I came home to a bunch of new PR packages, so today I really wanted to sit down and film with the things that have been really hyped up and just the things that I was excited to try out once I came home. This is gonna be more of like a first impressions. I have a few products that I'm super interested in trying. It's not a full face of new things, but I'm really thrilled about the things that I picked out. So let's just dive right in. First, we're gonna try some new primers. Actually, one new primer. This is from Smashbox. It says primed for Allie Glines. That's me. So I didn't realize until I saw this that Smashbox released some new formulas, and it looks like they're replacing old formulas with these. The reason why I'm saying that is because it says try if you loved, not love, the primerizer and primer oil on here. So that makes me feel like maybe they're discontinuing all their old primers and this is their new lineup. I'm a little bit sad about that because both the primerizer and primer oil were my favorites from Smashbox. They did keep their original photo finish, but yeah, they have the same thing going on here, like try if you loved the oil shine, try if you loved the vitamin glow primer. So anyways, we're gonna be trying out one of these. I'm definitely wanting to try the Primerizer Plus Hydrating Primer because, again, those two primers, the primer oil and the original primerizer, are my favorites from Smashbox. So I'm hoping I enjoy this. I'm so interested to see how this texture works. Okay, so it's a little bit more runny, very similar to the primerizer so far. It almost feels a little more thin than the primerizer though. It feels like it's definitely absorbing into my skin, which is nice. All of these primers have what they call a silk screen complex. I'm not really sure what that means. Okay, I do feel like that really feels nice on the skin. I really hope that it lives up to the original primerizer. Fingers crossed, but you know, I guess we'll have to keep testing it and see how I end up liking it. There has been so much hype around the new Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. So if you guys don't know, I'm pretty sure this also is replacing their original HD foundation, which has been around forever. And I'm a huge fan of that foundation. So I feel like people were kind of nervous about it being replaced. However, there's been really good things that have been said about this, at least from what I've seen so far. They sent me 3 shades. I'm gonna try out this shade right here. This is 1N06, which it looks like used to be the match for Y218. I'm just gonna do a little swatch and see how this would work for me. It's a little bit more on the yellow side as far as the undertone goes, but I think it's gonna work. So this retails for $43, comes in 40 shades. It's supposed to have a natural finish, it's supposed to be long wearing, it's supposed to be waterproof, has a medium coverage, and it's best for oily combo and normal skin, which is pretty much everyone, I guess besides dry skin maybe. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this on my foundation brush and start to blend this out all over. Ooh, I'm really liking the coverage. It's been a minute since I've worn the old formula of this. I actually do have a bottle of it, so at some point I would love to kind of compare the two. This one already feels like it has a little more coverage than that one did, but it's still very, very skin-like. I'm just pressing this in with my sponge so we can do a nice comparison on half the face. So here's without foundation, here's with. I really like how that looks. It's seeming to dry down to a little bit more of like a natural, almost matte finish. I wouldn't say it's a full matte, but it's definitely leaning that way. I'm gonna go ahead and do another pump on the back of my hand and apply it to the other side of the face. There have been so many new foundation launches. I've been so interested to try out the Rose Ink one. It's like a tinted serum. I've been so interested to try out the Kosas one, which I just was sent as well, which I was debating on which one to try between those two, actually, the Makeup Forever and the Kosas one. I've been hearing good things about all of them, so I'm really interested to see which one I like the best and which one sticks in my routine, and also which one competes with or beats my current favorite, which is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. That's the one I'm the most obsessed with right now, but this one's looking really nice. I'm gonna take a tiny bit of foundation and blend it down the neck a little bit. I have like such a random blemish right here on my neck. So I'm just gonna try to tone that down a little bit with foundation. Okay, I think that looks really nice on the skin. It's feeling like it's drying down. I'm actually pretty surprised at the more matte finish that it has. It doesn't feel drying though, but the finish is definitely more natural. It's not too dewy, not too matte. It's actually right in the middle now that I think of it. It's actually pretty much in the middle. I really like the cap on the top. I think this more nude cap is really cute. And you still do get a nice pump applicator, which is great, and a glass bottle, which is my personal favorite foundation packaging. I'm just gonna throw on some concealer. I'm using my NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I'm gonna add a little cream bronzer using my Persona Cosmetics bronzer stick. This one is in the shade Dune. I'm using a little bit of my Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder to just set that concealer, and a little bit on the cheeks, but not too much, because I am gonna be using a cream blush in a second. Okay, I just did my brows, and now we're gonna do blush. I was so excited to receive this in the mail from Patrick Ta Beauty. This is their new spring collection. Do you guys remember the blush palette that they released over the holidays? I'll pop up a picture right here. It was so beautiful and it went viral many times. It sold out many times as well. I was so happy to see that they brought those exact same shades back in single blushes. So we have 3 of those, which already existed, which is She's Vibrant, She's Baked, and She's a Doll. But they did release one more new one, which I'm so excited to try. This is called She's Blushing. In addition to those, there's also some lip glosses, which we're gonna try in a second. But She's Blushing looks so pretty. Oh, I'm so excited. It's like a nudie pink, and the blush in here has a little bit more of a shimmer to it, which I'm really, really excited about. I actually do think I want to apply the cream first, because I just remembered that's what I typically do with this formula. So I'm gonna take my sponge and dip into this cream and bounce it into the back of my hand. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking backwards. Okay, I'm gonna do the powder first and then I apply the cream on top. I feel like that's not a very typical order when it comes to blushes and application, but with his formula, with Patrick's formula, I feel like it really works this way. So I'm just gonna, oh, this might be too dense of a brush. Oh, uh-oh. Well, this was definitely a very dense brush. Okay, hold please. I'm using something fluffier to kind of blend that out. Wow, that was way more pigmented than it looked in the pan. It's all right, we'll keep blending. Oh my goodness. I'm literally taking the side of the sponge with foundation to kind of press that in a little more. Good thing I like blush, but that was definitely more pigmented than I anticipated. Now that we have that blended out, I'm now gonna take the cream portion from the back of my hand and just add it to like this outer portion of my cheek. These are some of the best blushes out there. I love them so much. I'm gonna take some of that into the crease of the eye, just for a little more of a monochromatic type of a look. Wow, it's very pigmented, this one, but still so pretty. She's definitely blushing. That's what this is called. And for good reason. Be light-handed if you're like me and you have more of a fair skin tone. It could be potentially easy to overdo this one. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Kosas powder. This one right here, this is the baked powder in the shade Airy. And I'm just gonna kind of add this over top of the front portion of the cheeks, just so that it tones it down a tiny bit in this area. I don't mind having like a pop of color towards the outer parts of the cheeks, but for me, if it's too close to the nose, it can kind of overwhelm the whole look, for me anyway. So I'm just trying to tone that down a little. It's still so pretty. I really love this color. Well, I had every intention of trying out this Persona Cosmetics Super Blush in the shade Bubble. Maybe I still will, but it'll be quite a blushy look. This is a new limited edition shade from Persona, and it's a gorgeous hot pink shade. It almost reminds me of the Dior blush. So here's what it looks like in the pan. I've grabbed my Dior blush to have them side by side, and it's very, very similar. So you've got like that punchy, bright pink kind of a moment. The Dior blush has gone viral and it's been sold out for a long time. So I did want to try this out just to see if it was similar. So I am going to try it. I'm going to be so blushy today. But I'm just going to take this on like the higher parts of my cheek right here. Maybe more on the apples a little bit. Let me swatch these on my hand. So I'm going to swatch Persona, which is right there. And then I'm going to swatch Dior next to it. Ooh, okay. So even though they're very similar, the Persona one is more punchy. It's a little bit more deep and it gives you a little bit more of that pop of color. The Dior one, it took me quite a bit more times to build it up to this color. So it's even more pigmented than the Dior one, but a very similar effect. I'm just gonna throw a little bit of bronzer into my crease. I'm using the Huda Beauty Glowish, or I guess I should say Glowish by Huda Beauty bronzer. This is the Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder. I'm gonna take a bit of that gorgeous blush from that She's Blushing palette, and I'm going to use that all over my eyelids as eyeshadow, just for that classic monochromatic look. Wow, this is definitely a very blushy look today. I'm gonna go in with my Kosas powder one more time, just to soften that a tiny bit more. All right, I actually have a mascara that I wanna try. This is very much gonna be more of a first impressions, because a lot of times with complexion and with mascaras, it takes me several times to really get a good feel for it. But I will be leaving a note in the description box down below to let you know how this wore for the day. So you'll be able to like hear my first impressions on the wear of these in the description box, so be sure to check there. This is the new Milk Makeup Rise Mascara. Look at this. It's supposed to give you dramatic lift, maximum length, and weightless volume. We shall see about that, won't we? I'm super picky when it comes to mascaras. However, I'm always down to try a new one. I also got a new Bare Minerals mascara in the mail, which I was wanting to try, but obviously felt like I couldn't try 2 mascaras at once. Whoa, the packaging, you guys. Was not expecting this. It's literally like a rubber grip. Ooh, that feels really cool. Here's the applicator. It's got a little bit of a curve. But yeah, anyway, there's been a few mascaras that have launched recently that I've been interested in. I've been seeing everyone talk about the MAC mascara as well, so maybe I'll try that eventually too. But for today, we're trying out this Milk Rise Mascara. Sounds like it's supposed to do it all. Let's go ahead and try it out. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this on the top lashes. Ooh, immediately it's giving me the volume that I like when it comes to a mascara. Ooh, this is applying very nicely. I really like how that looks. For me, I feel like when I apply a mascara, it's one thing, you know? A lot of mascaras look nice. The real test is gonna see if it smudges or flakes. So I'll be sure to let you guys know if this does in the description box. Wow, such interesting packaging. This texture is very different. I'm gonna apply the same mascara to the lower lashes. Okay, so that's what it looks like. I really like how this looks on my lashes. Really loved the packaging. I thought the applicator was nice. Now we'll just have to see if it smudges or flakes. That's the deal breaker for me, so I'll be sure to let you guys know. All right, I'm gonna wipe off any foundation that got on the lips, and we are gonna try out some of those Patrick Ta plumping lip glosses. I love Patrick Ta lip products, so I'm so excited about this. So these are called the Major Volume Plumping Glosses. They retail for $24 each, and they launched with 5 shades. So let me show you. They're all so pretty. Oh, look how gorgeous these are. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna first start with the Looks Natural, which is just the clear version. Whoa, has a nice big applicator. Ooh, it has like a fruity cinnamony flavor to it. Not a mint like a lot of plumping glosses. That's really nice. It's got like a buttery feel. So here's the clear one. Next up is Pouty, which is like a little bit of a sheer pink with a little hint of glitter in it. Do you see this? It's got a little bit of a sheen to it, a little sparkle in there. It's really cute though. Let's try this one on. Ooh, that's nice. It looks very similar to the clear one, but it does have that extra shine to it because there are, oh, I put too much on. Oh, it's glooping, uh-oh. But it does have a little bit of extra shine because of those teensy little sparkly particles in here. It's really cute though, I like that one. This is one that I'm most excited about. It's called 2ccs and it's like a really nice soft pink. Ooh, I think that's really pretty. This might be my favorite one so far. I feel like it matches the blush really well as well. Next, we've got a little bit more of like a nude shade. This does have a little bit of like a gold reflect in it. It's called Superficial. It's really pretty. I love the wand so far. It's really nice. And it has a little bit of a divot inside that holds the product, if you can see that there. So let's try this out. That's pretty. It's got more of a warm undertone with that gold glitter inside. It's not full on glitter, it's like a shimmer, but it definitely has a little more warmth to it. So there's that one. Again, this is Superficial. And then last but not least, I think I'm excited about this too. This red, this gorgeous Full Syringe is the shade. And it's a gorgeous, juicy red. But it looks like a more sheer red, so not too intimidating. Oh my gosh. That's pretty. Oh my gosh, I love this color. I'm gonna leave this one on. I just love how fresh my lips look with that color. So I would definitely say out of all 5, these 2 are my top picks, 2ccs and Full Syringe. I feel like I'm gonna get the most use out of in a product like this. When it comes to a plumping gloss, I usually apply it by itself a lot of times. Sometimes I'll wear a lip liner. So I love how these have a little bit more of a tint to them. They just look healthy on the lips. I'm excited about those. All the colors are really pretty, but I'm definitely the most excited about these 2. So normally I would use a setting spray and do highlight, but since I'm wanting to kind of keep an eye on how all this wears for the rest of the day, I'm not going to set my face, and I'm also not going to do highlighter so I can really see how the foundation wears throughout the day, and also the primer to kind of get a better feel for what's doing what. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how this all wears. So far, I'm loving my makeup. I'm just going to set the brows with my Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. And that completes the look using a bunch of new makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me test out some of these new things that have been very hyped up, a lot of them anyway. I'm really excited to see how everything holds up because my makeup looks really, really good right now. If I had to rank everything from what I'm most excited about to maybe least excited about, based off of my first impressions, I think I would start off with the Patrick Ta Spring Collection. This blush is so beautiful. Obviously, a little goes a long way, so I learned that the hard way. But these two lip colors, the new blush shade, I'm really, really excited about. I'm a huge Patrick Ta fan. I'm thrilled about that. I think next up, I'm really intrigued about this foundation. So far, it looks really nice. I'm just waiting to see how I feel about it. And in the back of my mind, I'm comparing it to the light reflecting foundation already. So we'll see which one I like better. I'll be wearing this quite a few times to really get a good feel, but I'm happy with how my makeup looks right now. So I am impressed so far. I feel like the next thing that I'm intrigued by is the Smashbox Primerizer, just because it's supposed to be something that's replacing one of my favorite primers, which is the primerizer and the oil. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I liked how it felt, but you know, time will tell. Oh, also, this blush shade Bubble is so cute. I feel like I wasn't able to get the full effect because I was wearing so much blush already, but I am really excited to keep playing around with that, especially since it's Dior, but a little bit more bright. I think that's so fun. And then the last thing is the mascara, because I do think it looks really nice. However, mascaras, it takes me a while to really be able to put my stamp of approval on a mascara, so that's why I would say it's at the bottom out of everything that I've tried today, but there's only one way to find out, so I'll keep testing this out and I'll let you guys know in the description box how it goes. I would love to know in the comments down below if you've tried any of these new things. Were you as excited as I was about these? And how have they worked for you? I would love to hear in the comments. I feel like a lot of you guys may be trying the Makeup Forever foundation. Let me know how you feel like it compares to the original that this replaced, because I know that was one of the best-selling foundations for like a lot of years and so many people loved it. So I'd love to hear your feedback on the foundation, or again, anything else that I tried today. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button, and if you're already a subscriber, but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe, and you'll get a notification every single time I post. That's it for me today. I hope you all have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye!